All right, what up, people? Um, this is a special member stream. Should have really done an intro, but fuck it, I'm live now, so there's no point. Um, and I guess this is really a chance for just the gold and the silver member stream to kind of talk about today, should they want to. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be kind of a feature moving forward. Almost this is kind of like a aftermath, autopsy type of session where I just think about where we move forward from here. And I guess I kind of wanted your accounts on things in terms of what do you guys think? Where do you think we go from here? You know, we've obviously suffered a bad loss with 3 games to go. So, the thought process is, it's unlikely we'll even get seventh through normal means. So where do we go from here? So this is really just, like I say, this is just a member stream that will obviously go out publicly. Please do, let me know what you think generally. And yeah, let's talk. Let's get on camera and have a conversation. I won't go for too long. I appreciate I've come on late, so I do apologize for that. Quite frankly, I needed to sort out a couple of other things. But yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, let's just have a little sit down talk and chit chat. If you're a member and you want to come on camera, just let me know. And we'll find a way of getting you to do that. I might need to like DM you on Twitter or something just so that I can get get the link out to you. So VP, if you want to come on, by all means come on, my bro. You're welcome to do so as a member, and anyone else that wants to come on. In terms of kind of my thought process when it comes to Arsenal, I think perhaps this is what we needed. I've heard lots of people say for years now that they wish that Arsenal don't make Europe like at all. That yes, financially it'll hit us hard, but that in the long term, maybe we needed that reality check. We needed that opportunity of time to be able to have the time to focus on the league and focus on the things that we're doing. And it's a fair point, I think maybe we do need that time. We do need that. We do need that kind of focus on just European football, on just. I would put it in the chat, VP, but then everybody will come on. That's the problem. So this link is this chat is going out publicly, so people can still see the messages. Just not everybody can chat. That's all. So that's why I say I DM you if you're looking to come on Insta or Twitter or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I think we've needed this, I guess, for some time. I guess this reality check of we're not invincible. Like eventually, we are going to keep messing up if we're not taking enough risk. If we're not doing what is required to be successful. And we're not doing what's required to be successful at the moment. We're not being honest with ourselves. Just the idea that David Luiz could get a new contract off the back of his disastrous performance against Man City is just indicative of some of the problems that we suffer on a year-to-year, season-to-season basis. Whereas other people will do what is required in order for them to not, will do what's required. We don't seem to be able to do that. We seem to be the type of team that would rather, give them another chance, give them another opportunity, give them another chance, give them another opportunity. It is so depressing. It is so frustrating. You just think to yourself, why is it I can see it? Why is it I can see that Mustafi is not good enough? Why is it I can see that David Luiz is not good enough? Why is it that I can see that Granit Xhaka is not good enough? And yeah, people will sit here and they'll watch it and they'll say, yeah, but some of those guys have been in good form recently. And some of those guys, well, all they needed was time. And some of those guys have been okay under certain managers, which is usually the excuse people make. But ultimately, it shouldn't even be about that. It should be just very simple questions. Are these guys good enough? Can these guys take us to the next level? And it just doesn't feel like that they can. It doesn't feel like we'll ever be in a position whereby we can just be honest and say, you know what, let's get rid of X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. At the very start of all of this, actually before a contract extension, before any of this, I said the most important thing we do is sell, sell, sell. Is anyone confident we're going to sell anybody? Because at this rate, Mustafi's on for a new deal. Lord knows who else. You know? All we hear about is, oh, well, we need to sell in order to raise money. But then we are cancelling contracts of Henrik Mkhitaryan just to cancel the contract of Henrik Mkhitaryan instead of doing what is required to just sell, get offers in, get that money in so that we can then use that to strengthen the squad elsewhere. You know, Kolasinac going to be another one that you could just feel it's going to drag on and on and on. We're going to announce that we want to sell him, then that's going to go through. Bear in mind, we don't have a particularly long transfer window. And then Arteta's all of a sudden going to decide that he wants him to stay. And then he's going to end up staying. It's just like, Arsenal, why do you do this to yourself? Is it because you've asked for 20 million and they're only prepared to give you 10? Take the 10, keep it moving. You know? So, I don't know. I'm at this point now with Arsenal where I'm disappointed. I'm angry, and I guess I'm doing this video just because, yes, all right, I owe you guys a member stream, and it'd be good to talk to one of you, Ben VP, about coming on. But actually, for me, it's more just a disappointment of why can't we just do something right? Like, why can't we just do something right? Why is it we can't just go into the summer and say, right, we want this league. We're going to do what's possible in order to get there. Do you think we'll get there? I'm not confident at all. But it is what it is. And I guess what I want to ask people is I just want to get their takes. I want to get their account of what they thought happened today. I want to get their account of what they thought happened today, and as well as, you know, where they think Arsenal will end up. So Ben VP, even if you don't want to end up on camera, come on audio at least, and come on and have a chit chat with me. That would be great. I would put it in the chat, but like I say, this is beaming out publicly to people, so people are seeing the discussion and therefore seeing the chat. And I only want you guys to be able to essentially come on, because it's a member stream. So let me know if either of you two want to come on as we get things moving. Suppose we could talk about transfer stories while we're here and waiting for people to come on. Like I said, guys, this is your member stream. If there's anything you want me to talk about, ask me the question. If there's anything you want me to do, ask me the question. All right? Because I know people were asking me about member stream earlier, and so I decided I'm doing one. So I definitely, admittedly, I am late, so it is my fault. But just if there is anything that you want me to do, just let me know. Let's go and talk about Arsenal transfer rumours, because after today, I think most people be interested to see how we are going to improve a team that I think, at the very least, whether you're a Lee or whether you're the most positive Arsenal fan, I think we could all agree that team needs improving. So let's see what we could do. Okay, so that's interesting. So Celtic look like they're moving for a striker, which I find interesting. It's like, are they imminently expecting to lose their striker? So I find that pretty interesting. You look at today, and obviously Lacazette scored a banger of a goal. I don't think he particularly did anything outside of that. But I know that most people's preferred choice is Usman Edouard as someone that can replace Lacazette. 22 years old. I think he scored, well, let's just say he scored a hell of a lot of goals. He's had a hell of a lot of assists. And I think the general consensus is that that kid will only get better and better. Well, based on the report, Celtic have made a formal offer for a striker called Sean Wiesman. Wiesman plays for the Austrian side Wolfsburger. Wolfsburger AC Ada. Or Ada. I don't know. Anyway, he scored 29 goals in 30 appearances for them. What the heck? Why aren't we after him? He's 24 years old, and that was his first season in Austria since arriving from Maccabi Haifa. So for Celtic to be looking at a striker, I think I made a mistake here. I misspoke. I said he was 29 years old. He isn't. He scored 29 goals in 30 appearances. As you already know, he wants to go to Germany or England. Interesting. So, yeah, I think this definitely is probably something to do with us, that because the Celtic are looking at him, it's because they are preparing to lose Usman Edouard, which is interesting because it wasn't so long ago that they were quite confident about about keeping Usman Edouard. So there you go. Bertrand, you are someone I've wanted on camera for a long time, bro. Do you want to come on camera? DVS Dallas, do you want to come on camera? I'll even allow you, just for the sake of argument, to have the camera off. This is your stream. It's a member stream. So if you want to come on camera, come, talk, discuss. I'm literally just talking transfer rumors because, talking the alternative is a bit depressing. But to answer your question, where do I stand with Arteta? The same place I stood when he was hired. I think it is absolutely ridiculous to appoint a novice manager in this position. And the subsequent result at Spurs, and I think actually a lot of results, the results at Olympiacos, there are many times this season you can point to why I have thought that. It was always a ridiculous decision to do this. And I think Arteta's biggest flaw, in my opinion, is just this in-game management. The in-game management, for me, is poor. It is poor. And I personally would like to see Arteta try and address that. Now, I've always said the exact same thing. Even if it's a manager I don't want, you give them a minimum of a year at least. So my whole thing has been very much the same. He came in December, which means he gets till this Christmas. He gets till this Christmas to show me whether he's about this life. And if he ain't about this life, then I will start calling for a second. But to say that Arteta shouldn't be blamed for today is utterly... Who would you blame then? Yes, you could blame the players, but they are his players. Because I would suggest that there is not once Arteta's come to the team I would play. Not once. Not even a little bit close. Even Emery played my team a couple of times. Arteta hasn't come to the team at all, ever. He's not even come close to it. So that to me concerns me. That to me worries me because it makes me think maybe Arteta doesn't know what the best team is. Maybe he legitimately has no clue what the best team is. Except he seems to persist on playing the best team in every single game, regardless. Absolutely regardless. And the last person that did that was Arsene Wenger. But I'll tell you what, even Arsene Wenger rotated for cups. Arteta barely rotates for that. It's it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating because, as I said in the review today, for me, the biggest problem about never ever rotating is that a team can always prepare for you. You know, Jose, people were saying Jose's finished. Even if Jose's finished, the man is not dumb. Anybody could have predicted the team we played today because we keep playing it. So if you're Jose Mourinho, who is renowned for being a tactical genius, I would say, all right, well, I know what he's going to do because he does what Wenger does. Right? I know what he's going to do. He's going to play that team. This is the weakness of that team. Just focus on this side. Focus on passages of play. You know, I saw Robbie today on Leeds Fan Cam say that Arsenal dominated the game. In what aspect did they dominate the game? I thought it was a back and forth 50-50 game. Possession-wise, we might have done. But other than that, that was the only circumstances that we dominated the game. It was the only time we dominated the game was in the second half. Maybe towards the back end of the first half. So, I don't know. It is what it is. My opinion on Arteta hasn't changed. Today was immensely disappointing. Today, I thought he was as much as fault as the players. And that's due to the fact that the man doesn't seem to be able to manage in-game situations. That to me highly concerns me. So it is what it is. Getting a new mic next week, so I can't join until then, chick. All right, Ben, I'm gonna hold you to that though. DVS Dallas, are you coming on? No, I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna put some pressure on you. VP, same question. Hey Chig, quick question, bro. Does the membership run out after a month or does it just continue? That's a good question. I think it naturally runs out, but it gives you the option if you want to re-up. So presumably if you don't automatically say you want to continue, it will expire. The only reason I know that is because what's his name? Max, who was previously a member, had to re-up himself in order for the membership to continue. So I assume it expires if you no longer wish to continue it. Urban Ghost, big up to you, brother. Do you want to come on camera? Everyone's shy today. Everyone is shy today. If you're shy, that means you got to bombard me with questions. You got to really work overtime to bombard with questions. Ben, his obsession with crap players is his biggest problem right now. Not even. I think it is a big issue. Don't get me wrong. Listen, crap players have the ability to play well at certain passages of time. We've seen that. But actually, it's not recognizing when you can't rely on said crap player. It's not recognizing when you can't change something that's not working. In the end, that was Arsene Wenger's biggest downfall. He could not get out of his own way. And Arteta is following that same path. And why wouldn't he? Because he had that schooling. That was his schooling. So why wouldn't he be following that same path? Well, why wouldn't he? You know? So I'm not at all surprised in that regard. VP against your team, be interesting. I think Liverpool have definitely put their foot on the footstool and just relaxing a little bit. And who could blame them as champions? Let's face it. Who could honestly blame them as champions? So maybe we have a chance, but a chance at what? At winning? Winning for what? Do you know what I mean? Okay, so you win and then you do what with it? You know, I think personally, you know, had we got out of this game with a win or even a draw, then we would have had something to keep the motivation high for. I don't really know what Arsenal would be chasing at this point. And actually, for me, what is another concern is that you lost a striker in Eddie Nketiah. Why wouldn't your response be, I don't know, I would go and call Florian Balogun, just for example. Maybe the ship has sailed with Florian Balogun, right? But why wouldn't you go and call him and say, all right, brother, we need another striking option. So I'm going to call you up. Look at it this way. If you play and play well, you're going to earn yourself a move that you want. We get to sell you for a higher fee. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner. It's just the logic. I'm not even trying to claim to be the smartest person in the world, but to me, I like to think that I think logically about stuff. And this is another thing I just did not understand. Why wasn't Florian Balogun on the bench? Why? We lost a striker. We don't have Martinelli around, right? So that means in a situation where you're chasing a goal, you now have no other options on that bench, really, other than Saka, and you stuck him on the right-hand side. It's just, Arsenal, man. Arsenal. Oh, dear. Any more questions, guys? I'm going to keep talking about rumors until you come out with questions or someone wants to come on camera. Once again, please do stick a like on this video. I'm literally going to do another 10 minutes or so if no one's going to come on camera, and then head up out of here. I'll probably do another gold member stream tomorrow evening, a bit earlier, just so I'm catching everybody who actually wants to come on the stream. All right. Let's go through some transfer rumors while we're here. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. Loney will return to summer. Will return to Arsenal this summer. Oh no. They better talk about El Nene. I bet they're talking about El Nene. Oh, they're talking about El Nene. See, this right here is a typical example of what I'm talking about, right? Why? The last I heard about this, Olympiacos and Besiktas were both interested in taking El Nene, right? Besiktas were impressed with El Nene, but they are pursuing someone called Mehmet Topal. I think this probably has more to do with the fact that they owe Mohamed El Nene a lot of money. But I know that Olympiacos were very interested in Mohamed. Oh, why are we the only team that can't sell our players off? We just struggle. I mean, gosh, you know you're terrible, right? You know you're terrible. This player that they're chasing, this Mehmet Topal, how old do you think he is? How old? Bear in mind that Mohamed El Nene, I think, is, what is it, 20? I think he must be, no, it's not 20. I think it's 30, 31 at the oldest, Mohamed El Nene. Besiktas are chasing a 34-year-old defensive midfielder. Oh, my days. Yeah, that's got to be about the money that they owe him. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get rid of this guy. Staying around like a bad smell. And you know, Arteta will probably say some nonsense like, oh, I've always wanted to work with Mohamed El Nene. Who has always wanted to work with Mohamed El Nene? And then people will start making excuses. Well, we do need a defensive midfielder. Oh, yeah, because this worked really well the first time. What are we talking about here? Oh, well, he could be the guy that we get instead of Thomas Partey. Bro, don't no one say that to me. It won't go down well. Let me just see if there's any other recent news. Short-term transfer. Unsolvable problem. Milan interested in talks with Real Madrid. I don't think we're going to get this Jovic. Jovic, apparently Madrid have really decided that they're desperate to get rid of him. I can't personally see us going to get him unless something dramatic happens with the two strikers that we already have. I could just see personally, I could see him ending up somewhere like an AC Milan, to be honest. So we'll see what happens. Mavropanos emotional as his Nuremberg stay is up. Bro, why don't you just go there? Just tell them how much we need for you. Go there, stay there. Yeah, I'm hearing lots of rumors about Arsenal favourites. Oh gosh, that's debatable. Is not satisfied and wants to leave Arsenal. That's Hector Bellerin. I've seen that story all weekend, but supposedly Hector Bellerin really wants to leave Arsenal Football Club. My bro, I will pack your stuff myself. I will pack your stuff myself. Just go. Just say the word. Say the word and bounce up out of here. That would be what I personally want. What do you guys think? That's the real question. All right, let me come into the chat room one final time with the members just to see if anyone wants to come on camera, talk about what happened today. Anything. You don't even have to stay for very long. Have a chit chat, stay off camera, but just go audio. Whatever the case may be, have a little chat with me. If not, I'll try this again tomorrow, probably around 9 o'clock, particularly for the gold members. See if that works any better. And then if not, then yeah, we'll just do other stuff. So FIFA streams, I've got stuff I want to give away competition wise. I've got Arsenal quiz I want to do. I've got the vlogs that I want to start, but I'm just trying to work out how to start it. The vlogs I was gonna do them daily. I decided I'm not gonna do that, but what I want to do is I want to do some gym vlogs, gym workout vlogs. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got a plan, people. I've got a plan. I'm gonna be treated all over the place, and obviously it's gonna be a lot more FIFA streams and that type of stuff. So anyway, let me go into the members chat again, see what you lot are saying. Omar. So I found out that Omar can enter here because he is a moderator. So Omar, as a mod, has to be able to mod, right? He has to be able to moderate even the members chat. So that's why Omar can be in here. Because I was thinking, how is it possible that Omar's just rolling in here? So yeah. Chick, why did Josh say be excited? Presumably because of Pepe. Presumably because of Pepe. That would be my guess. Ben, Liverpool sold Solanke for 20 million and Jordan Ibe for 25 million. We can't get anyone off our books. Exactly. Not only that, I think Liverpool sold like a third keeper or some shit that never played first team football for like 12 million. I'm pretty sure I saw that story last year. I was just like, Arsenal, flipping heck. You need lessons from Liverpool how to sell players. Why are we the only people that struggle to do it? Max, I see you. Give me a second, because I was gonna head up out of it to be fair, but we can have a little chit chat for 5-10 minutes. Zoolander can go wherever he wants. It's not good enough. Can you pack Mr. Missing as well? Gosh, I would love to. And Chig, did you rate Edgar Gavitz when he played for the Spuds? Don't know about when he played for the Spuds, but yes, generally I rated Edgar Davids. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. Pretty highly, to be fair. Max, I don't know if I'm about putting the link in the chat because this is going out publicly, so everyone would have the link. But if you like, I could DM you the link or private message you the link. So just let me know when you're ready, yeah? We'll do it that way. Any more questions for any more? Loads of Spurs fans coming at me today, boy. I've had all kinds of messages. Not happy. Not happy. Oh, just see. Max, are you on my Insta or are you on my Twitter? Which one are you? I'll send you the link. But it won't be for long. It will literally be for like 10 minutes before I head up out of here because I gotta get some kit, quite frankly. Anyone else? Anyone else? PM me the link. On where? On Insta? Instagram. Let's try Instagram. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Let's have a little chit chat at Max and see what you thought about today. Are you on my Insta? I can't even see you. On Twitter. Okay. What's your name on Twitter? Is it literally TD Shits on Twitter? Sorry, guys. See what member streams are like. TD Shifts. I see you, bro. I see you. All right. We're going to have Max on then for 5-10 minutes and then head up out of here. Tomorrow, I'll do a slightly longer version. Maybe, yeah. Tomorrow, I'll do a slightly longer version for the gold members, and then we'll go from there as well. We'll do some FIFA streams and giveaways and stuff like that over the next couple of weeks. So do make sure you keep it locked. Why isn't this working? All right. 2 secs. Invite. All right, there you go, Max. So Max will be coming on very, very shortly, and then we can have a little chat with him and see what he thought about today's game. Black quality control artist. Be interesting to see if Max actually is Arteta out at this point. Because I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people are. Arteta was very much trending today on Twitter. Are you guys? That's the real question. Where do you guys stand? Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly where you stand, but Max, I sent it to your Twitter, by the way, just so you know, in case you're wondering where is it. Oh dear, I PM'd you on Insta. Okay, so you've gone Insta, right? Okay, there you go. So Max now has the link on both platforms, so hopefully he'll be joining us real soon. Guys, please let me know if there's anything else video-wise that you guys want to see that you haven't already seen. Obviously, I've done my video now for 5 central midfielders. So if you are a gold member, No doubt you would have seen that. So yeah, hopefully you checked that out over the weekend and you enjoyed that. I did that especially for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah. Okay. Just check and see if Max is there. He is. Sergio, if you want to come on camera, brother, I'm literally gonna be. Trust you guys to come now. I'm literally gonna be 5-10 minutes though. I'm just gonna have a quick chat with Max about the game. I'll see him in the lobby. I'll see you in the lobby, Max. Don't worry. I'm gonna have a little chat with Max about how he saw the game against Spurs today. So feel free to join if you want to, and then we can go from there. Yeah. Thank you for the donation, my bro. Before I leave the stream, we are winning. As soon as I leave, we lose. Coincidence? I think not. It's your fault. Definitely your fault. You in work should get your priorities straight. All right. There you go. Max is on. Max, let it rip. What did you think today?
Jake, I really don't know what to tell you. Honestly, like that was shambolic. Like honestly, uh, where do I begin? Like honestly, where do I start? Okay, let's start with the goalkeeper, right? The goalkeeper was probably the man of the match, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, and that's just me saying how it is, like and I'm just being trying to be rational about it. But
Mm-hmm.
like, honestly, like he was told Emilio Martinez was literally man of the match for me. Honestly, he like I did play ratings after the get thing on my channel, so feel free to check it out if you want. But honestly, like I gave him a 6 because he was probably the best player there. Then this guy Bellerin, man, I just he's just all he does is just pass sideways. Why are we keeping him? Like it's just like it's just like I feel like I want to rip my hair out every time he has the ball, and I feel like I shit myself literally every time he has the ball. I gave him a 2, and he's like, and that was me being generous. Like that was just gave him a 2. Class match, class match, man. I look honestly, I just want this guy out of my football club. What was he doing passing back to David Luiz and right into the path of Son? Why would you pass back when Son's right next to you? Like honestly, what was he thinking? I don't even know if he was thinking at all. So I gave him a 1. And that's just purely for showing up, you know. So that's David Luiz. I gave a 3 to. I don't think any of the goals were his fault per se, so I gave him a 3. That's just me personally. I didn't see anything personally that he did wrong, so I gave him a 3 purely on the basis that he didn't do anything wrong. But we did lose to Tottenham, so that's just me. Mustafi, I gave a 4 to. Again, I don't think any of the goals was his fault personally. For me, like I didn't see him do anything wrong. He did some good passes, but like again, I don't think he did anything wrong. So I gave a 4 to. Kieran Tierney, man, honestly, he's just the Scottish Ben Chilwell. Honestly, he was marked out of the game. He didn't. His passing was poor. His crossing was poor. He was crossing and he didn't even beat the first man. Honestly, he's the Scottish Ben Chilwell. Honestly, as much.
Don't
honestly,
let Lee say that. What was that?
I'll say it to Lee too. Honestly, he is the Scottish Ben Chilwell. Honestly, he's not. He's a bang average player. Honestly, he's just bang average, and you'll see it later on. He's like honestly, he's got no pace, no passing ability, and his crossing was absolutely. He can't even beat the first man. Honestly, he's dreadful, absolutely dreadful, and he's been poor in the last game, was poor in the game before. So I honestly don't see why at least hyping this guy up. Honestly, Xhaka, honestly, for me, he is the epitome of our midfield. Honestly, like he was absolutely just diabolical. Honestly, there was one pass he did where he literally passed it to try and pass it to, I think it was Bellerin or something, and he literally hit it right into the advertising board. And I'm like, what was that? Like, honestly, and honestly, I just want this guy out of my football club. Honestly, like he's just absolutely dreadful. Ceballos, right? As much as everyone gives him stick for being injured and the only great performance was Burnley. I think he was probably our best midfielder, to be completely honest with you. He was driving at the ball, he was passing around, he was making space for Lacazette. He was actually the guy that led up to the Lacazette goal that made that pass. So if you watch so that's just me. I think he was our best midfielder. So Tobias, I gave a 5-2. Xhaka, I gave a 2. Kieran, I gave basically a 2, essentially. So that was those guys. Pepe. God, Pepe, what are you doing to me, bro? Honestly, like he was basically getting marked out by 2 guys every single time he had the ball, and he lost the ball at least God knows how many times he lost the ball, and there was one time he passed it and he repassed it straight to an opposition Tottenham player. Yeah. Look, honestly, I give him a 4. So it's not much he could have done to change the game, to be fair. And then he moves on to the Baming. Look, bruv, if you don't want to be here, you can joke yourself on, honestly. Like, I'm really questioning whether he wants to be here or not. I'm really questioning. You said it before in the match rating after the game, and say I really want to know whether he wants to be here, because if he did, he would have signed the thing by now. Like, honestly, like he's had enough time to sign the thing. Do you want to sign the thing? If you do, sign the thing or leave. I'm not going to give any of these players a free pass anymore. Honestly, I've tried making every possible excuse for these guys. If they play poor, they play poor. If they play well, play well. Honestly, we have a bang average squad. I'm sorry, but it's true. We have a bang average squad. We got outplayed by Tottenham Hotspur, who didn't even have a shot on goal when they were playing Bournemouth. Yeah, not even a shot on goal. That goal, the first goal, was literally a gift. We're just like, here you go. Go do with it what you will, right? The second goal, like, what was like our midfield doing? What was our fullbacks doing? They were just like, oh, guys, I'm just gonna take a break and just give myself a stretch and everything else. Yeah, but honestly, whatever, right? Barry, mate, give a 3-2, whatever. He didn't even track back, which is what we've been credited with last couple of games. He did none of that, and he was basically absent. All right, 3. Like that, I gave a 5-2. He scored the goal. What a goal that was, by the way. I was watching it, and literally I went down the block and went around and came back again, because I had my phone and I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, geez. And I think I woke up one of the neighbors because I was yelling that loud. So, like I said, I gave a 5-2. He did, like, what must he be thinking watching that goal, the first goal, after, what Klasnich was doing? He must be going, Mug, you are an absolute shit footballer. Seriously. Like, I score a worldie, and then you just let one in like 2 minutes later. Whatever. So, and honestly, the only guy out of the subs I will give any markings to is maybe Joe Willock, and he got a 4. The rest of them didn't really have enough time to affect the game or anything around. Yeah. And like I was saying to my, as you know, my missus is a Man United fan. She's been bantering me all morning, and she's been saying Bruno. But mate, this is honestly like, I wish I had him in my football club right now. That's for sure. But honestly, I really don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Arteta, he gets a 1.
Well, so I was gonna say, obviously, before we get off, because and Dan, don't worry if you're not able to come on today. I'll make sure I'll get you on tomorrow. I was gonna ask you about Arteta, because this is. I don't know if you managed to see Lee's appearance on Guna Iguarai or the watch along. He went off on Arteta, and I guess my kind of question to you is, where do you stand with Arteta at the moment? Obviously, for me, I think he made a lot of mistakes with not only the starting lineup, but actually the way he managed the game and the way he reacted to the pressure that Spurs started to put on us by actually not reacting. And then by the time he brought on his subs, they were just too late to have an effect on the team. So I guess my kind of question to you is, where do you see Arteta at the moment?
Look, as I said to you probably the last Memeber stream, he's been given a pile of shit, honestly, to work with. And I said this to my dad the other day. Let's be honest, the board's never gonna, get anyone a manager of any top quality. I've resigned myself to the fact that no one's, gonna get any top managers in. We had a chance at Jurgen Klopp when Arsene Wenger was here, which we turned down. We had a chance at Pep, which we turned down. We had a chance at Ancelotti, which I would have happily taken, and we were just like, nah, let's go. Let's not do that. We got Unai Emery, which for the first year and a half, I could see something, and then he basically, after the Southampton game, we kind of just turned into melt mode. And I was at that point, I don't think he was the right fit because no one could understand what he was saying because he was speaking in Spanish the most of the other time. Where do I stand on Arteta? Mate, I after that game, I'm questioning whether I want him here. I'm serious questions need to be asked. Why is he leaving it to the last minute to make substitutions? Why is he taking that long? He could see it wasn't going right after the start of the second half. That's when the substitution should have been made. Saka should have come on. Lacazette should have come off because he looked like he ran out of steam pretty much after the goal. And he was on a yellow card. Move Aubameyang to the front, right? Move Saka on the left. Keep Pepe on, right? Use the pace. Use our main asset. What is our strongest main asset? Our attack. What is our weakest point? Our defense. Let's use our attack. Let them go that way. Don't bring them onto us. Let them go that way, not this way. And I honestly and then why was he taking Kiratini off? Yes, he was poor, but at least with Saka, he would have linked up that way. If you know what I mean, he would have linked up that way. I would have taken Kolasinac and gone to a back four personally. That would have been me. I would have moved the front three. I would have taken Kolasinac off, kept Kiratini there. I actually would have brought Maitland-Niles on instead of Cedric in the right back position because Maitland-Niles and Pepe have a good sort of rapport and relationship, and they know how we got each other to play. Because obviously, as you know, Maitland-Niles is actually a winger and a central midfielder, so a right winger, and he knows how to pass, and he knows where Pepe wants it, right? And as you saw, he's been playing well with Pepe in that sort of right back position and everything, right wing back position as well. He knows how to do it, right? That would have been personally what I would have done. And then I would have probably brought in Torreira and have Torreira, Xhaka and Ceballos in that midfield three, because in that way you would have had the link up between both pair of them, and Ceballos would have had the decency to go forward a bit more, and I would have pressured them more. Just chuck the kitchen sink at it. Just chuck the kitchen sink at it, man. What are you going to lose? It's Tottenham Hotspur, man. They've got barely any confidence going into that game. Tottenham fans were wanting Jose out. Let's go for it, man. Why are we bringing them onto us, and why are we worrying about shit? Let's use our main assets. Yes, we all know our defense is shit, but let's use our main assets. What's our main assets at the moment? Our attack, right? That's it. Why are we not using our strongest thing that we actually have in our kit, right? Everyone knows it. Everyone knows our midfield and defense aren't the best. But Ceballos was driving for it. I think he played really well. I think Torreira and Xhaka would have worked as a back pivot, right? Because Xhaka and Torreira works well. We've had records of them working well. Ceballos would have driven forward and pushed into those gaps and made the space for Sakas and the Pepes and the Batmans up front. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I've got advice. I can watch the game and go, that's what I would have done. But I don't think Arteta knows what his best team lineup is. I think Arteta takes way too long to make substitutions, right? And literally every time I watch him on silent, he's always doing this. He's going, or he going, you know. It's just like, what does he do besides that? Honestly, what does he do besides chucking his arms up in the air and going, or waiting for the last minute? What does he do? Honestly.
All right. Well, I mean, let's see what happens. I mean, for me, I think we're all pretty disappointed. Like Dan rightly says, a bit grumpy tonight. I'm definitely a bit grumpy tonight myself. So let's just see. But thank you for coming on, Max. I told you it was going to be a quick one. But yeah, So
when's the next member stream, Chig? Because
I'm going to try and make it around 9 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So I'll make an announcement. I'll put a post out tomorrow just to confirm it, and make sure it's on time as well. So yeah, make sure you guys look out for that, and then we'll go from there, and hopefully get Dan on and get a couple of others on.
Jake, I appreciate you all the time. And when I was on Gonna Talk TV, I gave you a shout out, by the way, when I was on that podcast. And I'm telling you now, yeah, watch Kieran Tierney. I'm telling you, he's a bang average footballer, and he's the Scottish Ben Chilwell. I'm telling you now, and I'll tell it to Lee as well, right? And you will see what I'm talking about. You'll see. I'm telling you, you will see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, this is my biggest fear right now. This is definitely my biggest fear right now. That it'll keep Xhaka and it'll keep El Nene and then go from there. But we'll see. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in, even the non-members. This is what we do. Part of the members is to do some of the streams, and we have a chat amongst ourselves. Max has been on before. He's been on again. And my goal is just to have a chat with them. That's just one of the perks of being members. Like I say, I'll be doing giveaways soon. I'll be doing when gyms eventually open. I'll be doing gym vlogs. I'll be doing all sorts as part of the members. So make sure, if you're interested, hit that join button. That's the best way of doing it.
Hit the join button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
I didn't even pay him to do that.
He pays me well. He pays me wages.
There you go. All right then. We're gonna head up out of here. But thank you, Max, for coming on, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. All right, take care for now.
Later.